Hello and welcome to Cvsume Employment News Network channel, and you are watching news that matters. Here are some top picks of the moment.
The news information shown in this channel is not set up to be seen as legal advice but purely based on individual experiences and research. The information shown is for general information and does not constitute professional advice. Visitors are advised to seek their own legal or other professional advice. Cvsume Employment News Network channel accepts no responsibility for loss occasioned to any person as a result of information shown in
If
this
you are an
video.
expat thinking of shifting to an overseas for work, you should seriously consider taking a job in Qatar. Qatar is one of the most modern and rapidly developing country with sufficient career opportunities to offer. Qatar has become home to a vibrant expat community as hundreds of people from across the globe walk out of Hamd International Airport to begin a new life in Qatar. Watch this special report of ours on pursuing a career in Qatar.
Working in Qatar is an appealing choice for different reasons. Flourishing economy additionally makes it an alluring location for expats. After the massive blow at oil prices in past couple of years, job market in Qatar is improving in 2019, one of the major reasons being Qatari government efforts to diversify the nation's economy and reduce its dependence on the oil and gas industry. As a result, many companies from abroad have opened branch offices in Qatar, creating more jobs for expats in numerous other sectors apart from gas and petroleum sector, such as construction, tourism, education, banking, and finance. Healthcare are also slowly emerging as potential employment sectors. And winning the bid to host the coveted FIFA World Cup in 2022, Qatar has some mega infrastructure projects which need loads of employees to be done.
With so much advancement work going on, Qatar could prove your craving area for profession development. And yet it might be hard to find a new job in Qatar, regardless of whether you're an accomplished proficient, and furthermore work contracts are a precarious business in Qatar. Numerous expats never get a contract or never get the opportunity to sign it. In different cases, remote laborers concurred on specific conditions, just to discover that their contract got changed upon their landing in Qatar. It is always advisable to decide on big international firms when it comes to choosing the right employer. Big international firms in particular provide great benefits for expats, contrast with small organizations and startups, as small organizations and startups are not best choice for expats who rely on their work in order to hold on to their residence permit. If the organization goes under, foreign employees will be driven away from Qatar and return back to their nation immediately.
Job hunting in Qatar is not different from other Gulf countries. And like other countries, some of the best ways to find a job in Qatar is to do some online research, browse most reliable portals, and follow classifieds of the leading portals in Qatar. Register with major job hunting consultancy websites that has clients in Qatar. Following overseas appointment sections of leading newspapers. Try to find a good reference if you have any of your relative friend already working in Qatar. More option is to take a visit visa from a travel agent, arrange accommodation, travel and physically visit companies and drop your resumes. This will increase your chance of getting hired and can get you the job immediately. Online forums such as expot.com, tripadvisor.in can also be of much use before visiting Qatar.
Expats wishing to work and live in Qatar need a work residence permit or RP, for which they will need a Qatari sponsor, a company or person, and it's the sponsor's responsibility to complete the required formalities to get the work resident permit on behalf of the expat. The sponsor will arrange for a temporary visa to the expat for his Qatar entry, which is then converted into a work residency permit, and it will take a minimum of 2 to 4 weeks duration to complete the process to get a work permit, and expats are usually not allowed to leave Qatar during this visa to permit conversion period. Work residence permits are renewed each year by the sponsor. Just like other Middle East countries, the expats have to attest the educational certificates in Qatar, as it's very crucial part of the job process to certify the authenticity of the educational documents. It is always advisable to attest the certificates in the country of your origin in person, as it may be more satisfying and cheaper, but the certificate attestation for Qatar can prove to be a very lengthy process. Hence it is beneficial to get certificate attested from professional service providers, and an already working employee in Qatar can also do certificate attestation from Qatar itself, by approaching trustworthy and reliable certificate attestation services. Likewise, there are many document translation services in Qatar which offer translation services of educational documents if required. Living in Qatar. It is always a far better plan to know how much money or least salary you'd be spending in Qatar to help you enhance your opportunity of a happy relocation to keep your present living standard. Most expats living in Qatar are fortunate enough to have their employer arrange their accommodation. This removes a great part of the worry from the way toward migrating and getting to grasps with the property advertised in a new nation. But for the individuals who are not fortunate enough to get accommodation, the employer has to genuinely deal the accommodation issue, which in large part rely upon the place of living and financial plan. You might have arranged advertisement posted on the most acclaimed websites and online forums. The bed space in Qatar mostly ranges from 500 to 1500 Qatari riyals, though there are few spots where you can get bed space at 400 to 600 Qatari riyals as well. Public transportation in Qatar is nice, and you can travel with ease using buses or taxis to get to your destination. The bus fare is 3 to 4 Qatari riyals within Doha and 4 to 9 Qatari riyals outside Doha. Opting for a car with smart card may be the best way to use the public transportation in Qatar, if you are dependent on this mode of transport regularly. For purchase and top-up of car with smart card, you can do so at the ticket vending machines at Hamad International Airport, Doha Bus Station, Qatar Mall, the Pearl Qatar, and at partner merchants outlets. Minimum taxi fare per trip is 10 Qatari riyals. Food is generally modes T in Qatar, recommending it relies upon what you really like and favor. There is an estimation from low-cost restaurant and specific areas you can strike a deal as 300 to 400 Qatari riyals per month, excluding breakfast. For a fixed menu, slightly better standard will cost you from 50 to 100 Qatari riyal per day. For a better understanding, you can browse portals like Nemo.com, TripAdvisor.com, www.expatistan.com calculates your estimated month. Co-sponsored by Cvsume. Drive your career forward with our 3 steps. CV resumes. It's free and easy to use. Just save, edit, print. CV's resumes of more than 30 professionals in easy MS Word downloadable format. Visit our website www.cvsume.com.
This is all for the moment. We will be back with more updates soon. Thanks for watching Cvsume Employment News Network channel.
For more videos, subscribe to our Cvsume Employment News Network channel.